I purchased some years ago a copy. I don't have the cover here, but called The Philosophy of the Church Fathers. So just type in The Philosophy of the Church Fathers, Faith, Trinity, Incarnation. I believe this is volume 1. This is one of the most incredible works I've seen. It's from 1956, but still very much relevant. You can even download it as a PDF. It was written by a famous Harvard professor, as you can see there, Harry Wolfson, scholar, philosopher, historian, a Judaic Studies Center here in the U.S. So this was no, no drive-by.
No amateur
Guy. This book is very important. It details this history. Again, don't believe us. This man was, I'm assuming, a Protestant, and I'm assuming a Trinitarian, probably. But these are just interesting works by people who did this for their whole lives, and they just give you a lot of history and a lot of information that your local church or local pastor might otherwise not be maybe even privy to. So
that's exactly right.
A lot of people are working out of ignorance.
They are.
It's a
wonderful resource you've got up there on the screen. Wonderful.
This book is an excellent read. I highly recommend it. And again, this book is now free. This is one of the most excellent books I have read, certainly, that educated me into the influence of Greco-Roman philosophy, and that's what the good Dr. Wolfson is talking about when he mentions the word philosophy of the church fathers, who were mostly men influenced by what's known as Neoplatonism, a new form of Plato, who taught about the logos as a second person and so on. This is a very important work, and we'll end it, Anthony, with a quote from this one. Where he tells us about the origin of the Trinity. And his belief, Dr. Wolfson, after decades of working on this, it's a solution by harmonization, an attempt to combine, as Gregory of Nyssa, who was one of the so-called Cappadocian father, characterizes it, the monotheism of the Jews and the polytheism of the Greeks. The method of harmonization used by them, the church fathers, was to thin down, listen to this, thin down the Jewish monotheism as a concession. They gave it up to Greek philosophy. A Harvard professor in the 1950s writing about this history. This is history, folks. Don't believe me. Don't believe Anthony Buzzard. Don't believe Del Tuggy, other friends out there doing this. But just get some education, because you must know who your God is. If you don't know who God is, if you don't know who your Lord, the one you call Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ is, if you don't know him, I believe that's not going to be beneficial to you.
Great quote. We'll use that quote every week.